chair beside the lamp is still. It holds your shape, it holds your will. You used to sit and close your eyes while jazz would hum and soft light rise. Now every night the shadows fall on empty arms and quiet walls. I leave the lamp on low and warm, as if you're curled inside its form. The chair beside the lamp still waits through silent hours and closing gates. Though you don't speak or shift or sigh, I hear your voice each time I try. You left no trace, no note, no sound, but here your soul is all around. You'd place your book along the side, a pen, a scarf, the things you hide. Now every crease, each faded seam still folds me back inside our dream. I sit there now, but not as you, just longing for the life we knew. The cushion leans like it recalls the weight of you against these walls. The chair beside the lamp remains through whispered nights and autumn rains. Though rooms grow dim and clocks move on, your grace still lives where you were drawn. I turn the page, the night is deep, but in that chair your love still sleeps. Sunday night, the chair beside the lamp still glows with every story no one knows. Though life moves past and time forgets, that chair forgives, that chair regrets. And when I need to feel you near, I light the lamp and find you here. I do not cry, I do not shout, I leave the light and never move it out.
You left so quiet, closed no door. Your footsteps faded on the floor. You didn't pack the coat you wore, the one you reached for nights before, still hanging by the hallway light. It's waiting for your shape each night. And though you said you wouldn't stay, that coat still thinks you lost your way. The coat you didn't take still clings to quiet hope and folded things. Though winter came and skies turned gray, it holds the warmth you gave away. A button loose, a collar worn, but in its threads your touch is sworn. I almost moved it once or twice, but couldn't bear the sacrifice. Its sleeves still curve like open arms, still smelling faintly of your charms. The zipper stuck, the lining thin, but everything you were lives in. I check the hook some nights to see if maybe you've come back for me. The coat you didn't take remains through quiet snow and window panes. Though I've grown used to sleeping cold, its silence still has stories told. You may have walked into the blue, but left your soul in cotton true. Some coats are bought, some coats are kept, some hold the tears we never wept, and this one waits through night and ache, the only thing you didn't take. You didn't take still sways when wind creeps in on colder days. Though you moved on, though love might break, you left your heart in what you draped. I'll never wear it, never fold. It holds too much of what we told. The drawer you never closed still sighs, left half ajar like soft goodbyes. Your scarf is there, your worn out pen, the list you made, then crossed again. I dust around it every day, but never push it all the way. You always said just leave it be, like you left space for you and me. The drawer you never closed remains a quiet place that still explains, though rooms move on and clocks reset, that little gap won't let me forget. It holds your pause, your careful grace, a love that stayed in half a place. A photograph still leans inside, our faces close, no need to hide. The edge is torn, the ink is blurred, but I still hear your final word. You never packed, you never fled, just left a life not fully said. And when the night feels too alone, I sit beside your cluttered tome. The drawer you never closed still speaks in ticket stubs and faded weeks. Though time refolds what's come and gone, I find your breath in linen drawn. Some leave in storm, some leave in snow, but you left slow and let me know. Love isn't always sealed and neat, sometimes it lingers incomplete, but oh, the beauty that it shows in things like drawers we never close. Is true, a space that holds the rest of you. Though I have aged and colors changed, that drawer remains untouched, is strange. You left it like your heart was posed, a love half open, never closed. So I don't shut it, not tonight. It's where your silence feels just right.
You always use the same old mug, the one with roses near the rug, a
tiny chip along the rim. You said it made the coffee dim, but still you drink it every day and smile like it was just your way. I tried to throw it out one night, but heard your laugh in soft lamplight. The mug with the chip still stands, held by time, not by my hands. Though cracks appear and glaze is worn, it keeps the warmth of love long gone. You held it close, you held it tight, and in its flaw it felt so right. I wash it slow, then dry it clean, though no one drinks where you have been. Its handle curves like your old touch, still gentle, real, still meaning much. I place it near the sugar tray where you would reach in your own way. It wobbles when I set it down, like missing you in steady sound. The mug with the chip remains through quiet months and evening rains. Though I don't pour, though lips don't meet, it holds your mornings warm and sweet. No finer cup could match its place. You left your print along its grace. Some things we keep for what they lack, a broken edge that brings us back. And love, it lives in things that stay, not in the ones that slip away. The mug with the chip still waits through empty chairs and dinner plates. Though life has changed and dust may grow, it sips your love so soft, so slow. No newer cup could hold so much as one still warmed by your last touch. So let it chip and let it fade, it holds the love we softly made.
You always said the rain was kind. It made the noise that calmed your mind. You kept your coat, you took your shoes, but left the thing you'd always use. I found it lean and damp and still, the umbrella waiting on the sill. You didn't plan to stay or go, but left it standing in shadow. The umbrella by the door still waits for storms we shared before. Though thunder fades and skies run dry, it holds the echo of goodbye. You left with sun inside your heart, but rained on me when we did part. We used to walk through city haze, beneath its shade in silver glaze. You'd laugh and twirl it down the street, while puddles danced around our feet. Now when it rains, I let it be. It's not the same without you, see. I reached for it the other day, but something made me pull away. The umbrella by the door still leans where love had leaned before. Its handle curved, its canvas worn, but in its shape the past is sworn. You took the light
You took the key, but left the rain to fall on me. Some people leave a coat, a ring. You left a quiet, weathered thing. A little shield, a little grace. Still holds your hand, still knows your face. The umbrella by the door knows every storm and every war. It kept us close, it kept us dry. Now all it does is ask me why. You closed your heart but left behind the one thing meant to keep me kind. So I don't move it, I don't mend. It's where you stopped and didn't end.
The mirror in the hallway stands, framed in oak by your own hands. You used to pause and fix your hair, and sometimes hum without a care. Now all it shows is passing light and echoes left from softer nights. I walk on tiptoes, still unsure of what reflections might endure. The mirror in the hallway sees the love you left in memories. Though you're not there to meet my gaze, I see you still in silent haze. It holds your breath, your final glance, as if we're caught in one last dance. You lean and smile with sleepy grace. A ghost still flickers in that place. The frame is worn, the glass is clear, but every inch still feels you near. The hallway's short, but time runs long. When every glance recalls your song, I swear I saw your shadow there, a fleeting touch behind the glare. The mirror in the hallway glows with light your presence still bestows. Though years have passed and days are gray, it shows the love that didn't stray. You're not behind it, that I know, but through its glass I watch you go. Some mirrors break, some others fade, but this one keeps the love we made. No crack, no dust, no time can hide the shape you left here by my side. The mirror in the hallway stays, a quiet gate to yesterday. Though footsteps echo down the floor, it shows you turning once more. You looked at me before goodbye, and now that gaze still tells me why. I pass it slow, I never rush, for in that glass you live in hush.
I found your letters in the rain, where years of dust had left their stain. The paper thin, the corners curled, but every word still shook my world. You never meant for me to see the dreams you left inside of me. I held them close, I read them slow, like touching ghosts I used to know. Faded letters on the floor still whisper love you felt before. Though time wore down the ink and fold, your heart remains in lines you told. No need to write me anymore. I have you here on the floor. You wrote of stars we used to chase, of quiet nights of warm embrace. You signed it soft, I'll always care. Then never came back up the stairs. I never asked what made you leave, but now I hold what you believed. Your words, they tremble like a breeze, still breaking gently through my knees. Faded letters on the floor, still breathing from a love before. Though tears may blur what's written down, the silence screams without a sound. You never knocked upon that door, but left your soul on the floor. Some love is louder when it's still. Some pages turn against their will. And though you're gone, I read each line as if you're writing me in time. Faded letters on the floor still speak of what we can't restore. The past can't change, but hearts still ache with every vow we didn't make. No ending ever hurt me more than finding you on the floor. I leave them there, I don't move fast. Just let your love outlast the past. And if you ever come once more, you'll find your words on my floor. You used to write my name in steam on foggy glass like part of a dream. Each morning breath a love so shy, fading slow before goodbye. Your fingers traced it soft and wide, like secrets you could never hide. The mirror watched us come and go, but held the truth we didn't show. My name in the mirror fades, but echoes still in morning shades. Though steam dissolves and light moves through, the glass remembers all of you. You wrote me once with warmth and care, and left me living in the air. Now every day I stand and stare. The glass is clean, but you are there. No letters now, no soft design, but I can feel your silent line. The walls don't speak, the room stands still, yet I'm surrounded by your will. The things we wrote that disappeared still float in light that never cleared. but clings to time that love has made. Though you have gone and breath is gone, the shape you left keeps holding on. I see your smile in shifting haze, like morning's hand on yesterday. They say the steam will always pass, but some things live beyond the glass, and every mark your hand once drew now lives in me, forever true. My name in the mirror fades, but never really slips away. Though letters melt and rooms grow cold, your warmth remains in silver gold. You wrote me once and still I stay a breath away, a name that prays. So every dawn I let it show my name, your love in morning glow. You told me once the stars we see are borrowed light from history. You laughed and said they're secondhand, but still they shine across the land. I held your hand beneath the blue and felt the stars were made for you. We didn't own the moon or flame, but love was never ours to name. Under a secondhand sky, we kissed, we hoped, we lived a lie. The stars weren't ours, the time was brief, but we believed beyond belief. Though night may fade and truths run dry, you're still my light in that old sky. We used to count them from the hood of your old car in that backwood. Your voice would hum a quiet tune while galaxies turned over June. You said we don't need stars brand new, old lights still know the sky has changed, the view is wide, but I still see us side by side. Under a secondhand sky, we dreamed so big we dared to try. Though not a star was ever ours, we lit the dark with borrowed powers. No brand new flame could the glow we found in that same sky. I still walk out when nights are clear and feel your voice drift through my ear. It's not about the stars we see, but how they stayed inside of me. Under a secondhand sky, I find you when I close look up where you are, you'll know I'm near. We share the stars.
You found it lying by the chair, a little button barely there. My coat had torn, I didn't know, but you just smiled and fixed it slow. With every stitch your hands were sure, as if love lived in threads so pure. You didn't speak, just let it be. That quiet care you gave to me. The button you sewed back on still holds me when the world is gone. Though coats grow old and winters end, that circle still feels like your hand. A tiny piece, a simple thing, but in its loop I hear you sing. You knotted thread with practice grace and blew the dust from fabric's face. No grand goodbye, no final kiss, just sewing love in seams I missed. Now every time I grab that coat, I feel your warmth in every note. I wear it still, though frayed and torn. It keeps the night from feeling warm. The button you sewed back on outlived the years since you've been gone. It doesn't shine, it doesn't gleam, but holds me like a steady dream. You fixed more than just thread and cloth. You made me whole when life was rough. And love, it's not in words we say, but in the things that choose to stay. A button stitched with love so strong is where my heart will rest upon. The button you sewed back on is why I still can carry on. Though time unwinds what we once wore, this little loop still means much more. You never left, not really gone. You're in the button you sewed back on. So when the wind cuts through the air, I pull that coat and you are there.